Stan.
Okay, so
So here's the thing, Stan.
yes.
This application says Carol. I guess it could be. There's something else very suspicious here. They lived on Stanley Avenue.
Oh.
Stan?
What do you think about that?
North
It's nothing
Stanley
to do with
Avenue.
me.
I don't
That's
know. Why would they say they live on Stanley Avenue and they know your name is Stanley?
Well,
How
you
would they
know,
know his name?
that's an odd thing. I have no idea what's going on there.
Do you think they would follow you into a movie theater?
Well, one of them does work for Bold and the Beautiful, I think, or
Young and the Restless.
Young and the Restless.
Young and the
It's a
Restless.
soap
Yeah.
opera.
On Channel 2.
Is she a producer? Is that what she is?
Yeah.
I don't think so, living in that apartment.
Some production.
You never know.
We can't mention any names, but it's an executive assistant because this may be on the air. So.
That's right.
Okay, executive assistant.
Which
But-
means a gopher.
So who's the Susie
Okay.
that came from out of
Well,
town to
this,
see these
we can't
weddings?
include this on this episode.
Okay.
This will be discussed in another episode. But
Okay.
here's the interesting thing. Carol, whose name is Ed, and who apparently is the partner of Anne, whatever that means, is a cab driver without a driver's license listed on the application.
That's
Stan,
a bad sign.
What do you think about that?
And they have 2 cats.
Well, evidently they're hiding some information.
Did they tell you about 2 cats?
Yes.
And what did you say?
I said I don't know.
Did you say
Cool.
cool?
I said I'd discuss it.
Did the words cool ever come out of your mouth?
Or OL?
You know, whatever, that has nothing to do with it. Obviously, you know,
Says if you don't
what
want
I
cats living
explained
there.
to them is that the applications go under review with the management team and we make a determination. That's
And
exactly.
who's the management team?
Well, Harry and Charlie and me. We're the management team and we make the decision.
Harry and Charlie.
We make the decision.
What do you mean? You mean your brothers?
My brothers.
Harry and Charlie.
Well, we make I didn't say that to them. I'm saying it to you.
That means there was more than one person that came?
Well, I meant to him.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
So who dropped
Not
off?
overanalyze
Wait. Who
this.
dropped off the application? Was it Ed?
Yes.
So maybe Ed is Carol.
Did Ed have any boobies?
I didn't have any boobies. He was wearing baggy pants.
Yeah.
Psychedelic shirt.
Do you
Well,
think Ed could have really been a woman in disguise, a man with boobies?
I don't know. I didn't.
You
look
didn't
into it.
inspect.
I
You
didn't
didn't-
look into it.
well,
that
could you
far.
call him back for an inspection?
No, I don't have his number.
Oh yeah?
You can call him Charlie or Nicky.
Yeah, tell a doctor call him. You can say bend over.
No gloves.
I don't know what type of couple they are. I really don't.
You don't?
Did you hear about the story? This is a true story because I read it in the newspaper. There was a couple in China who was married for like 35 years. Did you hear about this?
Oh, yeah.
And then the wife died. And as they were burying the wife, the husband, saw her, and it turned out his wife had a penis.
Oh my God.
So
Stan,
for 35 years,
What were they doing?
somehow
Somehow
he thought she was a woman. Can you imagine that?
They must have never.
Yeah, there's that
They
movie.
didn't have sex together?
No, I think they
They
did have
did.
sex.
How?
There was one hole there.
that's right, Stan.
Oh my God.
Stan! You know what? The article went on to discuss
Doggy
how
style.
this man just tucked his package in every night.
Oh,
That's great.
That's just packaging. Well, what can I say? This is just an application,
Well, Stan,
Delve into this.
Stan, you need to delve into it.
Stan,
Well, I would say.
This
This
is-
could be the next Greg.
if it's
Bothering you. 2
well,
women.
I thought about
The
that.
2 of them.
Not only that, but the fact that he talked about putting push pins on the wall. Maybe.
What's wrong with that? That's okay.
push pins?
Yeah, instead of nails to hang
Well,
up
he would
pictures and
have art. He
stuff.
said he's an artist. He'd have artwork all over the apartment.
Wait, who's
Come
an
on.
artist? Carol or
Carol.
Ed. Ed's an
Nothing
artist.
wrong with art.
Nothing wrong with being an artist, Stan.
Stan's an artist.
As long as you,
Nothing
as long
wrong
as Stan,
with
as long as you do a Johnson inspection.
Well, I was under the impression that he was a male.
Were ya?
That was under the.
Could you change your mind?
I don't know. I don't know what. The
Actually,
guy-
we're not even
I
sure.
like. I don't
It
know
says
what he
Carol.
is.
Well, it
But-
says here that Carol has been a cab driver for a reference on his work history.
Now we know.
Oh, okay.
But Carol is really a man.
Yeah.
Like Carol
But it's
Spinney.
not-
It's a real man.
Men can have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now,
Calls himself
so
Carol.
now they're calling
You
themselves
ever watch
partners.
Sesame
That's a new
Street?
thing.
Yes.
Okay, the guy who plays Big Bird
Yes.
and the guy who plays Oscar the Grouch is the same person.
Yeah.
And his name
Yeah,
is
Tony,
Carol.
my man. Yeah, we gotta put Tony's.
Okay, so Stan, what do we do next?
Well, I think we have a group discussion and decide whether.
Did you tell him what the rent was?
Yes.
And you told him first and last?
Yes.
And you told him about the security deposit?
Yes.
And you told him about the application fee?
Yes.
And you told him about the Johnson inspection?
Wait till you have to tell them.
Stan, there's a nominal fee.
Stan, what is the fee for the Johnson inspection?
Well, let's find out who's more perverted here at the table. The biggest pervert.
Stan, you know that fee is inset with inflation.
The biggest pervert here will be able to do that inspection and
You know
see
what?
where he is or she.
Stan, inflation is going up.
Yeah, it's going up. And when you now look, when you talk to them, make sure they cough to the right, okay?
You know, when I worked at Disneyland very briefly, before we actually got our jobs, we did have Johnson inspection.
You did?
In a group, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the doctor would tell us we would hold our wonderful scrotum.
You know what, Stan? I hate to tell you, there's a big article in the paper. Those guys weren't actually doctors.
And then he would ask
They were actually ride workers.
then he would ask us to cough. I remember that.
Yes.
How fun.
Did you what?
How absolutely fun.
So, Nick, you have a plate for Tony?
Yes, she's
All right, good.
amazing.
So anyway,
Okay, so what are we going to do about this?
I'll tell you one thing. This is a great episode,
It is.
Stan.
This is a great episode.
Thank you for your
Yeah, you're quite welcome.
sharing this.
Quite welcome. Glad I could be a participant.
Yeah.
It's all about you. It's not even a part
You're a great participant. You know, Stan, the thing about you is that you have no idea what the word androgynous means, do you?
Well, I'm sure there are words that you don't know.
You know what androgynous means?
Androgynous?
Yes.
I don't know, Harry. Why don't you tell us all about it?
Well, androgynous means you can't tell if it's a man or a woman. It's like a man named Carol or a man named Pat.
Like David Bowie.
No, David Bowie you could tell.
Not really.
Yeah, you could tell.
When he used to get in his makeup, you could
Yeah.
never tell.
Well, that was.
But how about Carol Burnett?
Carol Burnett. Who knows what she was?
How about
She's
what was his
still
name on
alive.
Jim Neighbors.
not
Jim
All in the
Neighbors is
Family?
gay.
Carol O'Connor.
Carol O'Connor. See?
Yeah.
Was he ever married?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
So there are men named
Carol
Carol.
O'Connor was Archie Bunker.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And how about Pat Ewing?
Right.
Right? There's a Pat, right? Right?
There's a female Pat.
You know. And look at your middle name.
Gary.
Right?
That's a male name.
Not always.
Gary's
I
on
don't know any girls named Gary.
Well,
Gary,
you should.
somebody named
Well,
on
Stan, you should
SpongeBob?
meet some
Somebody
because.
had a SpongeBob named Gary?
You know what?
No,
you know
somebody
what was,
on SpongeBob.
you know what I
named
think
Patrick.
about many
Oh,
times?
Patrick.
Ah.
What was that? I missed it. What did
Patrick.
Stan, what did she say?
Isn't somebody on SpongeBob named
Nikki.
Gary? I said
No.
no, it's Patrick.
What did
Yeah.
Nicky say?
Yeah.
So there's somebody that's on SpongeBob
Oh, named.
that's named Gary.
No.
Oh, he's a snail.
Yeah, he's a snail. He's a slug.
Oh, he is? Oh, maybe he is.
Yeah, he's a slug. He just sort of,
The thing is, I don't know, with Harry and I, we were named after,
Yes.
Prince, Prince
you were named
Charles,
Prince
and
Charles.
Harry,
Named
another
after-
royal, and Stan was named after
Shimanusin.
Stanley was named after a tool.
I was named after Shimanusin.
Yeah, and who's
Whoever that was.
Shimanusin?
Shimanusin was my mom's brother,
Oh.
who she never got to see again. And actually, her and Rivka divided the name. One of the names went, Nathan Newson, went to Rivka's son, Nathan.
yeah. And who did
I
your
was
name
named
go to,
Shimon.
Stan?
Shimon.
Who did your name go to?
Shimon.
But who did your name go to?
Where's my name gone to? Is that what you're saying?
No, where did it go to?
Where did it go
Yeah,
to?
you
It
said-
took a walk down the block. What do you mean?
You said the name went to Nathan.
Rivka named her son.
Yeah, yeah. And what did
Mom
Toby?
named me Stanley or Shimon.
Yeah. And what was your middle name?
So Gary Getzel.
Right.
However, Shimon Newson was my mom's brother.
But what's on your birth certificate? What does it actually say?
Stanley Gary Schwartz.
Yeah. Right? But we have the actual secret birth certificate that you never saw, Stan. It's Stanley Shirley Schwartz. Right?
Right, yeah.
You want me to show it to you?
No, I don't want to see the.
You don't want to see my certificate? Yeah, well, maybe you'll look at somebody else's certificate when they come to look at the apartment. You have to do the certificate inspection.
Inspection.
Right.
Can we gong this thing?
Yes, we can.